Hi, my name is Ashley Edmonds, and this is my personal teaching statement. I began my educational journey in 2006 when I first attended primary school at Penrith Public School. I then progressed onto a public secondary school called Jemison High School, where I graduated Year 12 in 2019. Since then, I enrolled into New South Wales TAFE, where I completed a Certificate 4 in Property Services. Which brings me to where I am now. I am currently studying a Diploma of Educational Studies here at Australian Catholic University. I enrolled in this particular course as I believe that teaching is my vocation and I see it as more than a job, but I feel as though it is my calling. I cannot see myself doing anything else, and to be able to have that privilege to work with children every day is the most rewarding career I could ever imagine. I am passionate about teaching as I want to make a difference in a student's life. I want to spark excitement towards their education and inspire individuals to believe that they can do anything if they work hard and believe in themselves. I want to be a memorable teacher that makes a positive impact on their schooling experience. I always possessed an excitement towards school throughout the duration of my educational history, and that is still very much relevant as I continue into my tertiary education here at Australian Catholic University. As a teacher, I believe I will find motivation in my passion as I want to pass that excitement and love of learning on to our future. Throughout the duration of my education, I had the privilege of meeting many amazing teachers as well as encountering just as many teachers who were unpleasant. My Year 3 teacher, Mrs. Craig, is one of the main reasons I wanted to pursue education as a career. She instilled so much confidence in me towards my education, in addition to encouraging me to foster my creative side. She provided a feeling of comfort and safety in the classroom by forming relationships with students and heavily encouraged individualism. I believe that Mrs. Craig is my inspiration as a pre-service teacher, as she was always kind-hearted and always prioritized her students' education. In the second reading of Teaching and Pedagogy, it mentions how the role of a teacher is ever-changing. Craig Campbell states that teachers need to be more dyadic and more of a creator of learning environments, more of a friend to the child, a more subtle educator, someone able to engage and focus natural curiosity of the child towards teaching learning object. This statement highlights the correlation between Miss Craig's aims of teaching and the development of pedagogical advancements throughout history, furthermore reinforcing the positive selfless approach that I will bring to my role as a teacher. With my teaching philosophy, I aim to always prioritize students' education and be a selfless educator. I believe that every student is different and unique in their own way, and they all have equal opportunity to succeed in their education. I believe that the role I play in a student's life can have a strong impact on their views towards education. I believe that it is important to connect with students and form relationships so that students feel comfortable within the classroom, but also set firm boundaries. I finally believe it is my role to provide children with the tools needed to live a successful life. Over the next 4 years of my course, in addition with beginning my teaching career, I believe my teaching philosophy will be constantly changing, shaping my professional identity into the best version it could possibly be. Similarly, my role as a teacher will always be developing, as mentioned in Happiness and Education by Nell Nodding. We must continually reflect upon, discuss, and evaluate what we are doing to see if our objectives and procedures are compatible with our aims. The education system, in conjunction with the students that pass through, are constantly developing, and as a teacher, you must be flexible to adapt and keep up with the continual changes. From my learning in this unit so far, I have discovered that philosophical thinking is an important concept in teaching, as we mustn't ask ourselves, what are we teaching? But we must also know the why. Why is this content relevant for my students? Why is this beneficial for them? By having the answers to these important questions, it will assist me in providing deeper insight to the curriculum and supplying students with the best educational experience I can possibly provide. Philosopher John Dewey discusses how it is important to provide different forms of education for children with different interests and talents, and notes that it is favorable for not only the student's educational journey, but their life beyond school. This supports my future teaching philosophy, as I believe it is my overall mission to provide students with the tools and resources necessary to succeed holistically in their lives. Nodding's heavily focused on how philosophers Plato, Dewey, and Socrates had different standpoints on the main aims and objectives of education, yet they all had similar views towards the happiness in education. Plato and Dewey had argued that when an individual is doing well in a chosen area of work, a notable source of happiness arises. This is furthermore enforced when Socrates emphasizes that individuals have a greater care towards what they love, and if the state wants people to do well, then they will need to be trained efficiently in the jobs that they are all suited for. I have used this theory to build my teaching philosophy of how my influence in a student's life can alter their views of their education. If I am able to provide a significant positive educational experience, I can generate a love of learning that can optimally carry them throughout the duration of their schooling life. These were the references I used, and that is my personal teaching statement.